But it's our famous country.
White racism was still all-powerful. The main notions in mainstream society about Aborigines involved assimilation. Assimilation was still very much regarded as being the answer to the Aboriginal problem. So Aboriginal people's personal and cultural values were very much under attack on a day-to-day basis.
It taught people to stand up and be counted, really. You couldn't help it.
Right man. That means a lot of money. That means a lot of people that are getting French of your blood and guts.
But it's our famous country.
40,000 years we've lived here now. Our culture's still surviving as the centuries pass by. This country called Australia has been our home. When the dream time had began, to its source we grew from. And I say, oh, proud to be Aborigine.
Charlie was always there at the foundation and always sort of talking to us young kids. And, you know, Charlie Perkins was the first person who I ever met in the flesh who I'd actually seen on television before. So, you know, that was a big deal to a young 16-year-old impressionable young Aboriginal kid. And in a sense, I'm glad that I felt that way about him because it made me listen to him and help push, not just me, but a lot of the other young blackfellas who were there, into thinking more seriously about their situations as blackfellas in Australian society. If it hadn't been for Charlie Perkins, I would never have thought about this at the age of 16.
Reconciliation is still a concern. We have to work as a nation to make this world turn. When white man came,
They pitched a breach umbrella, and one of them came up with the bright idea, Aboriginal Embassy. We'll call this the Aboriginal Embassy. The Prime Minister's statement has effectively declared us aliens in our own land. If we're aliens in our own land, we should have an embassy like all the other aliens. That moment in history, we're really supportive of the whole notion of
Aboriginal embassy, staff only, no parking. Okay? We were set as well. We were known worldwide because we used to get letters from overseas. Aboriginal tent embassy somewhere in Australia.
The Aboriginal Embassy put the Aboriginal political struggle in Australia onto the international political map. You know, nobody had ever heard of the Aboriginal political struggle in Australia until the Aboriginal Embassy. Suddenly everybody around the world started to hear that there was a political struggle in Australia. It was about land, it involved the Indigenous people, you know, and there was a struggle, and that Australia's great supposed reputation of being a non-racist place was a load of horseshit, a load of horseshit, a load of horseshit, a load of horseshit. You know, that moment in history, we're really supportive of the whole notion of Aboriginal land rights and justice for Aboriginal people. Remember the 67 referendum a few years before, in excess of 92% of the Australian people voted yes. By 1972, the Aboriginal political movement, the Indigenous Aboriginal struggle in Australia, was at the vanguard of the push for major social political change in Australia. And the Aboriginal political movement can be traced back to the Foundation for Aboriginal Affairs.